You want to know what blessed metal is and how to get it in 7 Days to Die. And I'm going to answer both of those questions. Recently on my Looting Explained video, which at the time of recording has almost 500 views, which is insane, I had a commenter ask a question about blessed metal. For the uninitiated, blessed metal is a weapon mod available for melee weapons in 7 Days to Die. The question the commenter asked was, can I do a guide about the blessed metal mod or even see if the schematic exists? The answer is yes, I can, and here it is. So as I always do, the first thing I do when I or someone has a question about 7 Days to Die, I googled it. I found absolutely nothing helpful as ever. Because this game's wiki is falling to pieces, the forum posters have no idea what they're talking about, and Reddit is a really big place to try and find things on. So once again, I resort to looking at the game's file. But before we get to that, let's take a look at the blessed metal mod itself, because my first instinct on the mod was that it's been removed because it probably didn't work. So I went into a testing world, granted it's not Savin's World testing grounds, but it will have to do. I chose the hunting knife as my control weapon. A level 1 hunting knife does 6 base damage. If you want to test things like this, you need to make a world with cheats enabled. Press F1 to open the console and type DM. Press enter. Next, press F6 to open the entity spawner. Pick any zombie, in this case I picked Arlene as she has no armor to affect the calculations, and then press Q to enable God mode. With God mode enabled, you can see the zombie's health and they can't hurt you, and we can start testing. So I hit Arlene a few times with the default hunting knife, and as you can see, each time I hit her I did exactly 18 damage. That's because of triple headshot damage with the knife's base 6 damage. Next, I applied the blessed metal mod to the knife. As you can see, its damage is supposed to go from 6 to 13. The reason it says this is because in a comment on the game's code we can see that the actual effect of the mod is to deal double damage against the undead. The reason the weapon's damage comes to 13 and not 12 is because whenever you equip any weapon mod on any weapon in 7 Days to Die, it adds 1 damage to the weapon, even if it's just a scope. So the calculation it must be running is weapon's base damage times 2 plus 1 for the attachment bonus, which checks out on the hunting knife. So now if we stab Arlene in her stupid head, we can see that it has reduced her health to 86, and it does this consistently. So the mod does in fact work. One interesting thing about the mod is that it has no selling price and it also can't be scrapped. Compare that to the rad remover, which has a selling price and can be scrapped for iron, and you might see something strange going on. So to go back to the question at hand, how do you find the mod or the schematics for it, the answer is you can't. You see, when you go to the 7 Days to Die wiki for the blessed metal mod, we can see that there is a single line on this wiki and it's just saying that it's been removed in alpha 18.3. And when we go into the loot.xml file, we can see that the blessed metal mod has been commented out of its respective loot group alongside the rad remover. Also, when you check some other game files, we can see that the blessed metal schematic does exist, but when you check the loot.xml file, the schematic was never added to a loot group, meaning it won't spawn naturally in-game. So the final verdict on this mod is that it does work, but it can't be obtained in survival as of alpha 18.3. But why? Well, I went into all the patch notes as far back as alpha 16 and searched for blessed metal, and I couldn't find any reference to it anywhere. This combined with the fact that the item wasn't actually removed from the code, but rather the link to the spawning mechanics was commented out, this tells me that the fun pimps couldn't get the mod working as they intended. Be it that it was too powerful, or, and this is my guess, that they couldn't make the effects only apply to the undead. Remember when I showed you that the blessed metal mod doubles the damage of the weapon? This is likely not the final behaviour of the mod, and the devs probably need to build some more infrastructure around it for the mod to work. But remember, that's just my guess. I have no sources or leaks or anything like that, it's just my assumption. But hopefully this video has cleared up some of the confusion surrounding the mysterious item. That's it guys. If you enjoyed the video, please be so kind as to leave a like, it tells me you want more of this kind of content and it also helps the channel grow. If you've learned something new, consider subscribing. I intend to continue demystifying some of 7 Days to Die's more abstract information to help players like you find out what things do. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.